Hey, KISS listeners. This is Doc McGee, and you're listening to Tom and Zeus on the Shout It Out Loud cast.
Oh, boy. Here we go. This is Gene Simmons. Put that cookie down. Yes. Stop pressing the button. Stockbroker Simmons. Star? Stanley. Is that what he does? Stop shouting. My name is Ace Frehley. He's not what you would call a handsome man. Oh, no. Here come the kiss times. Is that a positive thing? Okay. All right. I'm going to grab me an ice cold mellow yellow. Why? Why do that to the fan? Stop it. Why? Because fuck them. That's what are you talking about? 617-525-0850. You do? Hey, fucko. Do you like Kiss? Settle down.
Hello. Hey, what's up there, Kiss Army? Tom and Zeus, another episode of Shout It Out Loudcast, episode 351. Rest in peace, Ace Frehley.
Yes. The celebrations, the mournings, however, whatever word you want to use, we will continue this for a while with the passing of the great Ace, of course. Yep.
Yeah, this is, somewhat now almost late considering he passed away roughly about a week ago. And today is like October 23rd, 2025. We did do the live cast that evening. Mm-hmm. And we just released it as an episode for you guys to hear because there's a lot of people out there that say, you know what? I don't listen to Facebook.
Right.
And so we put it on podcast availability and we dropped it onto YouTube as well.
Yeah. And I like that because the live stream was raw. It was like maybe an hour after he passed. And now it's been a week since he passed. And a lot of things have come out, stories, reports, feelings, emotion, different things. So I like that we did the live stream. And now I like that we're doing this a week later.
Yeah. And so we did get our episode done, and we were kind of in limbo last week. We certainly want to drop an episode. And, as everyone knows, our episodes drop at midnight Saturday, right? So That means I need to edit it on Friday. It has to be done. Can't record on Friday and then edit the same day. That's just not happening.
But that's exactly why we did the live stream, so that people, so that we didn't miss the tragedy of Ace.
And we weren't going to just go live and say we think he's going to pass away as an episode. No, we needed confirmation. No. So we recorded our already pre-planned episode with thoughts and prayers to Ace, knowing the dire, situation he was in. So anyway, we talked about the good part of last week, which was the Dress to Kill box set announcement, Tom. And I know we did.
Yep, we did. And we asked the simple question, which Kiss album should be the next one to get the box set treatment? So we went with the debut album, Rock and Roll Over, Love Gun, and Dynasty. Debut, no surprise, comes in at 34%. Rock and Roll Over at 30%. Love Gun at 23%. And Dynasty at 13%. Lots of stuff here. Our buddy Glenn Barr. The debut, because it's the debut. Dynasty maybe second, as I doubt there's enough material for demos and outtakes for Rock and Roll Over and Love Gun. Though any concerts added to those would be tremendous. And then I commented there with a vinyl bootleg I have of a double LP of the Dynasty sessions with all kinds of demos and outtakes and stuff. So if they were to do a Dynasty box set, they could include a ton of stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Party Man says, I voted for Dynasty. It would be great to get some kind of a booklet with all the pictures of their insane costumes back then. Todd Dammit, not Todd Dammit Kearns. It's another one. I love the box sets. The demos and outtakes show so much evolution and show how much polish is used to make those records. A special thank you to guys for the live Facebook. Bringing the community together really helped ease the pain of losing Ace. Well, thank you. Appreciate that. We felt the same, and I'm glad that you were part of that. Joseph Kiss Sr. voted for Rock and Roll Over, but I think this all depends on how much material is out there to make it worthwhile. Yeah, I think there's a lot of crossover between what's on the Destroyer box set and what might be on the Rock and Roll Over box set. I don't know. We'll see if that ever comes to fruition. Let's look at the episode post itself. We had a couple people again asking about the live stream that missed it, and they wanted to go and see that. So hopefully you listen to it. And again, as Zeus said, we post that as an audio episode on our Spotify feed, and it's on our website
and YouTube.
And YouTube, yes. CLT Dude said, what's the price on this bad boy? I haven't renewed my Kiss Army membership. The price was dramatically cheaper than the previous ones. Bobby Kenner, great episode, cool preview on the box set. No surprise you guys were distracted as we all were, but you pulled off your magic as always. I didn't get to see a Facebook stream live, but I did 2 hours later. You both said everything I was thinking, and it was a nice release for sure. Agree. Focus on Metal. The price is ridiculous on this. Seems like a cash grab, especially when you look at the other options with the picture disc and hoodie. How about just the vinyl by itself for a reasonable price?
Dude, are you new here?
You took the words right. You literally took the words out of my mouth. Are you
I'm listening to you read this. I'm like, it's just like those people that like go on like Kiss pages or podcast pages.
Right,
like, Kiss sucks.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you doing here?
Yeah, maybe he is new. I don't know. But yeah, that's not going to happen ever. But Zeus, that's what we got on the world of Twitter this week.
On the Book of Face, Gen X Jace. My first Kiss makeup music purchase. In 1986, I had gone full Kiss-tard with the purchase of Asylum. So I went back to Dress to Kill because I love the cover. Cannot wait to get this. Appreciate the previews, boys. Of course, it's bittersweet since we lost our ace. Dress to Kill is always my favorite ace solo from Getaway, which I'm convinced would have been a radio staple if done by someone other than Kiss. Love ya, Ace.
Nice.
What? Getaway? Come on.
I love Getaway.
Oh, no. A couple people asking, will it be available at your local record store? What the fuck do I know?
Local records. Is there going to be a mixer where I can pick this up?
Sounds like Joycey jumped on.
Hey, is there a vending machine that might sell
Zeus,
this?
you know, if any mixers this weekend? What the fuck? What?
Is there a local flea market or rummage sale going to be carrying this?
You know, the school comes equipped with fire exits either end of the hall.
They show Dick some respect.
All right, Charles, don't call me Mark Eaton. The episodes are always entertaining and bring some much-needed fun to my Saturday mornings, just as cartoons used to do when I was a little pre-Kiss-tard. Shout out Loudcast delivers, even though Flophouse is terrible.
Oh, what a great
at
name.
giving fans what they really want. Thank you. I love that Flophouse.
Flophouse, that is great.
It sure seems as if they have no business model for a brand as extensive as Kiss, or at least they don't care about what the Kiss fans care about. Anniversary releases for some lesser material, Dress to Kill, while giving nothing for more heralded, iconic self-titled debut album is baffling. Whoever handles the Kiss account inside Flophouse deserves to be fired in capital letters. Get someone that knows anything in capital letters about promotion and marketing of a worldwide brand. I thought they had everybody that they needed.
I thought they had everybody they need. Dude, that reminds me of the Seinfeld episode where Kramer starts working at that company even though he wasn't hired. and the guy's like, it's like you don't have any business training at all. I don't even know what this is supposed to be. Yeah. Well, you know, it's
work nights, weekends.
Can't work nights and catch up. I'm sorry, that's just not going to work.
I don't even really work it.
That's what makes it so difficult. Like I feel like that's the conversation.
They're going to come back and fire half of that group and be like, "You guys got to go." And that's like, well, I don't even really work here.
That's the conversation Pop House had with its influences.
Oh.
It's just like you don't have any
That's
business
what makes
training
it so
at all.
difficult. Oh my God. So anyway,
go ahead.
BC Allison, great episode, Tom Zeus. I have to concur with Tom regarding the release of Dress to Kill box set. How the hell does this take precedence over the 50th anniversary box set of the debut album? What putz at Pop House decided that Dress to Kill is more worthy of a box set release than an iconic debut album? You see, this is what happens when an offshore conglomerate like Pop House tries to take the pulse of real music fans. Read the fucking room. I'm not saying Dress to Kill isn't worthy of a box set, but it should be way down the priority list. Great job on the live Ace tribute on Thursday evening, by the way. It gave me a lot of Kiss fans comfort to be able to come together in such a sad time. Again, just another reason why Shout Out Loudcast is the best. You guys rule.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
BC Allison. Brett Roscoe says, we'll have my usual Sunday ritual of listening to my favorite podcast. Just wanted to say that according to UK Kiss Store, both versions of the box set are sold out.
What?
Wow. That's what he said.
That's insane.
That's 4 days ago. He wrote that.
Okay, that's crazy. I can't believe that.
The great John Whiteman. The live shows in the box set would be interesting to listen. The t-shirt is pretty cool, but I'm still probably not buying the box set. I'm looking forward to this week's show to get a break from a rough week where most people seem to be honoring Ace's memory by repeatedly proving his Kiss fans are the brightest people, quote.
A lot of Kiss fans aren't the brightest people in the world.
Oh, he is so correct. And we're going to talk about that in the main topic here. And Cameron Halding. Great review of the announcement. I just picture Miyagi saying this instead of tournament announcement. See you at tournament.
Tournament.
Oh, is that your problem, man? You don't like the odds? 1-1, no problem. 5-1, ask too much anyone.
Anybody.
What kind of belt you got? $2.95, J.C. Penney.
J.C. Penney.
Anyway, now see, distracted.
That's what happens.
They should have done a joint box set for Dress to Kill and Alive, since they will probably end up sharing a lot of the same material. Maybe the second box set will go full show of Cadillac High. I'd be interested in that. Excited for the instrumental outtakes as I enjoy Kiss karaoke. Yes, I'm a nerd. Pretty proud of it. He's got that line. I'm a nerd. You know, I'm pretty proud of it.
He's buying the box set for karaoke audio.
Hold it, coach. Hold it right there.
Hold it right there.
And then all of a sudden, Eric Dickinson, fucking Barry Sanders, and fucking
Carl Banks.
And Mike Singletary come out as part of the Lambda fraternity group there. One of them looks like the head from Lionel Richie from the Hello video. Anyway, he's a nerd and he's pretty proud of it. On a more somber note, it's super surreal that 2 weeks ago you did an episode featuring the late great Eric Carr, and a week later we lose an important member of the Kiss family. God bless the Space Ace. Yeah, we agree with you, Cameron. Thank you for that comment. And Tom, let's go over to your favorite, Blue Sky.
Okay.
Wobbly Magoo said, the Venn diagram of 90s internet nerds and Kiss fans surprisingly large. AOL type instant messenger for 90s internet geeks. I don't even know what this is. He put a picture of Blue Sky, whatever this is, and it's something called Bebo, whatever the fuck he put up. And he's like, I remember the good old days when Shoutout Loudcast was only available on ICQ, and you had to spread the word to potential Kiss fans, one person at a time. I was just like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
I have no idea what that is about.
I neither do I. No. I sound like Eddie Murphy. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I'm offended you call. Fuck you.
Fuck you.
You cannot say
fuck.
By the way, did you see that fucking Eddie Murphy next Netflix documentary coming up next month?
Is that another AI document? Is that another fake one?
People asking him questions, other comedians talking about his legacy in his house. They show his house and his family, him at home, all part of it.
All right.
It looks fucking awesome.
That's a dome damage episode.
Oh, it looks awesome. Anyways, let's crawl on over to our favorite YouTube. I mean, it's just had a consistency. Devin Dungan, great episode. He adds rest in peace, Ace.
Love it. Simple and to the point.
Yeah, Joseph Kiss Sr., tough couple of days, guys. I hope everyone's hanging in there. Staying on point to the topic. The DK box set and related merch looks really good. Day one order for me. Excited to dive into this when it arrives. I think it is for everybody. But we were saying like that they've hit out of the park with the box sets. I mean, I'm going to give them
100%. Yep.
Yeah.
Can't complain. But we'll find a way to.
Trainer Dave is numero uno, writes, I am devastated. Just when the sting of losing Ozzy starts to mellow, we lose Ace. I am numb. We see a lot of that stuff, my friend. A lot of that stuff. What are we going to do, man? What are we going to do? Marty White. sad as it is, Ace got lucky. He's fired a number of things that would have killed anyone else. He played gigs up until the last few weeks. Sure, he was on and off drugs, but relapses are part of every addict's experience. Sure, we can mock it or laugh at the echoes in his head or chuckle at his Wrath of Kong songs, but we must applaud Ace for being Ace and for turning the landlocked cruise into a celebration of his life.
No, we hope that happens.
That whole fucking thing is a disaster waiting to happen.
Oh,
That's
God.
another rant that we can save for later.
We're going to be spending half the time wondering if they're going to do something for Ace and then criticizing whatever they do if they do it, because it's going to be wrong or incomplete.
Yeah. All right, Tom, let's pass it on over to you, buddy.
All right, let's look at our Spotify comments. We always like to remind people that you can comment on the episodes directly from Spotify while you're listening, which is very cool. Uncle Paulie, Super Sky Point. I love that because if you guys don't follow Super 70 Sport on Twitter, it's probably the greatest Twitter account. Super Sky Point to the legendary Eternal Ace. You will be missed, but in my heart, you're making your trip back home to Jendel. Thanks for spending some time with some of us Earth tards. On a lighter note, what kind of a dork hacks a Spotify account? Nonetheless, the Vinnie Vincent Spotify account. Fucking nerds. And then he just ends with Ace Frehley, lead guitar. Le Crouton says, absolutely gutted. Wearing my Ace Cult t-shirt with pride today. And then we got this one from Julian. Tough to listen to this 2 days after Ace's passing, which I guess was confirmed very soon after you finished recording. I'll save my thoughts on that for the next episode, so wanted to complain. Hey, it's Shouted Out Loudcast after all. About the box set, why do they choose to restrict such low numbers? 1,000 people is nothing. It doesn't make sense to me. Produce more, make more cash. First of all, the 1,000 people is for the picture discs. Second of all, our buddy Josh Brown commented and said that we did a Facebook Live at 8:30 the night of his passing and informed people that the episode was recorded. So, Josh, coming to the defense, I love that, even though you don't need to do that. And then I commented, and I said, there's no need to save your thoughts. Please share. We were crystal clear about Ace and the situation during the recording, and we went live 1 hour after his passing, after our weekly episode was already recorded. You can watch the Facebook video on our Facebook page. And I got no response. So, sorry, maybe you weren't expecting feedback on that, Julian, but you got it. Let's go to Instagram. Abusement. This week, I cannot thank you guys enough for delivering another knockout episode. It's been the first time in days that I've been able to laugh. Your podcast and the Shout It Out Loud community are the best. I not only appreciate what Tom and Zeus do, but the friendships I've made with Loudcasters on Instagram. Thank you again, TNZ Hall of Famers, Dave Rockstar, Jim Taylor, Junior Vintage, for always being there and always being cool. Hang in there, rock soldiers. Time heals all wounds. And let's see what we're going to do over here with emails. As always, we got a lot of emails. Kendall Lacey. Hey, guys, Kendall here. Just want to send my best wishes down the wire to both of you and obviously all the Kiss fans hurting right now. Definitely helps to have a pod and an online place we can share our memories and a slice of Roni. I went to my night shift on Thursday having read what was happening and knowing that it didn't sound good, but obviously hoping that our boy would survive once again. When my phone beeped at work, I knew instantly what it was going to be, and it didn't make it any easier. Thank you, Ace, for everything you have given me down the years and us as a community and being part of giving us a community. And to Shout It Out Loudcast for making sure that he will never be forgotten and we will laugh while we ache. I'm wearing my mellow yellow shirt, raising a glass to the best to ever do it. I've never been a guitar guy, but one who grooves as well as making his guitar literally smoke was love at first sight. I could write a million words, but stop. Don't talk anymore. Sorry, Ace. That's our buddy Kendall Lacey there. Our friend Adam Nierenberg, great episode. I DM'd you a clip of Paul singing Mistake during one of his private gigs on a Kiss cruise. Cannot wait to hear those demos. Yeah, Mistakes on the new Dress to Kill box set that we talked about. Thanks for the live stream on Thursday evening. The laughs and the memories make the grieving process easier. Just a couple days later, and I still cannot process this. Part of my childhood, our childhoods, have been ripped away from us, leaving an open wound in our collective hearts. As for the question, if Kiss came out in 1983 with Lick It Up, remember, there would have been no legacy, and they would have been playing clubs, and it would have maybe made a run to Revenge or Carnival of Souls and then done. Fair point. Definitely could have happened. And then we got an amazing email from our friend and fellow author, the great Lana Cooper. Just finished listening to Saturday's podcast this afternoon and wanted to say thank you for the shout out for my book. I really appreciate it. I do plan to take you up on the kind offer and drop the info in the Loudcasters Facebook forum closer to Halloween. But right now, I didn't feel right to be so self-promotional with all of us grieving Ace. This is a time for everyone to keep the memory of our favorite Gendelian and mellow yellow aficionado alive in everyone's mood. On a similar note, I wanted to say thank you for going live on Thursday night. I know how busy you both are, but it was great to have everyone come together and get their feelings out as a group, especially when the wounds are raw. Listening to the show for several years, I think it's safe to say the listeners think of you as trusted friends who always keep it real. In a year where we already lost Ozzy, having Ace go so suddenly was another cruel blow. You guys exemplify the spirit of community that's supposed to be a pillar of rock, so thank you for that and bringing everyone together for a group counseling session. I hope you keep up the Ace drops as a regular part of the show. I think the bulk of the listeners know it's always meant in good fun. The best way to keep someone who has passed away alive is to keep telling the crazy stories and talking about the funny moments so that others can either remember them or, if they're new to the fold, appreciate them even years after they've made their exit. Anyway, wanted to say thank you. Wishing you both a great week and safe travels to Vegas. How much do we love Lana? She's the best. And we're going to wrap up feedback here. We're going to go back to Instagram to our good friend Junior Vintage. What can I say that hasn't already been said? So proud of this KISS community, especially T and Z for going live on Facebook on Thursday. That was so helpful to be with the Loudcasters and just sharing stories, thoughts, emotions, and laughs to help with the loss of our superhero. I also love the review of the box set as it got me through my Saturday morning workout. Lastly, to all of you, I want to say thanks for being here. We are the KISS Army, and let's celebrate Ace's life with a party at the shed in Tom's backyard. Love you, gang. Well, Junior Vintage, we love you. You've always been a big supporter and contributor to the show, and you summed up exactly how we and all the Loudcasters felt after the past week that we've had together. So thank you, Junior Vintage. You are the comment of the week.
Good answer. Good answer. I know what you think. We're going to be watching you.
He's been great for years, man.
Yeah,
Thank you
awesome.
so much.
Yep, he's awesome.
So, Speaking of great, Tom, how about a shout out to Patreon?
Let's do it.
And we have a new member, Terry Shea.
Yeah.
Who joins us as a spaceman. So, Terry, thank you so much for joining the family. We appreciate it. And anybody that joins Patreon, always make sure that, look out for the email that we send, the introductory email, because we're always asking you for a name, address, and stuff so we can send you the merch. And so take a look for that and get back to us so we can get back to you and just show us our little bit of appreciation for joining the best Patreon that's out there. We can't thank you guys enough. You guys do so much to support the show. We have 4 different tiers, all the way from Catman all the way up to Demon tier. And each tier, you get more perks. The higher you go, the more perks you get, obviously. So some of the perks are merch, polls, involvement in the show, video chats, which one is coming up shortly, involvement in obviously the ARC episode, the mailbag episode, so much stuff that we like to involve you guys in. More importantly, the message boards and the comments between the Patreon family. We fucking love it. So thank you so much to Patreon and this week, Terry Shea, for joining the family. And if you want to help us out and want to come and contribute to the show and continue making us the #1 KISS podcast that's out there, real KISS #1 podcast with stats to prove it, not just fucking
saying it,
stupid shit, saying it, and just as a fucking goof.
Yeah, Carl, don't be a goof.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, so you go to our website, shoutitoutloudcast.com.
Go to him.
And you see the link to Patreon right on the landing page. Click on that. Find the Patreon level that you think you can contribute to and want to be a part of, and join in the family. Guys, thank you so much. We really appreciate you. We love our Patreon family. And if you're out there thinking about it, come join. And we want to make you part of our Patreon family and appreciate all your support. Thanks.
Yes, guys, thank you so much. Especially huge shout out to Terry Shea joining the family as a spaceman. Perfect timing to be the spaceman, Terry. So welcome and thank you so much for that. And as Zeus said, and as we say every week, we're so eternally grateful for everything you do. Tons of perks. The end of the year is wrapping up, if you can believe that. So we'll be pushing something out there to all the Patreons to get involved in our end of the year mailbag episode, which is very special. We always look forward to that. We know you guys do too. And of course, ARC picks, polls, sneak peeks at episodes, merch, all kinds of great stuff. So please check us out, patreon.com. Go to our website and click on the link. And again, thank you, Terry Shea, for joining the family, my friend.
So by me saying what's in Kiss World now, Tom, I mean, we're basically getting into it. Is there anything more that we need to discuss other than Ace passing and all the other stuff?
The only other thing was that we're recording on Thursday the 23rd. His funeral was Wednesday the 22nd. All the band members we know were there. Surprisingly pretty quiet. I know Eddie Trunk was there. I know Gene, Paul, Peter were there, reports say. But thankfully, I'm glad and grateful that it wasn't a paparazzi fest, because I saw some people taking pictures of Gene and Paul at the airport with their luggage and just stupid shit like that. And, while we're on the thing of stupid shit, I'm going to just get this over quickly, Zeus, if you can indulge me for a minute here. I had a kind of a mini rant scheduled here. And I'm gonna pull back because I don't want to kind of spoil an episode here, but I will say this, and I'm not being melodramatic, and forgive me if you think that I am, but I'm saying this is coming from my heart. A lot of you have never experienced real loss. And that's all I'm going to say about what I've seen online this week. I love Ace. I hope he is resting in peace. The music and the memories will continue to live on forever. And I wish I saw a little bit better from this past week on social media regarding his passing. That's all I'll say.
So one other thing, shout out Loudcasters. We this week, we just kind of let it go. We let everybody put up stuff.
Yep.
Some of it good, some of it, some of it bad, some of it whatever. But we let you guys kind of go. We took off the handcuffs for a lot of you guys and allowed you to put up stuff because everybody was grieving, and I get it, and this and that. We're going to cut back on that. Like, you can't find anything on our page anymore because there's 200,000 different posts about, Ace meant the world to me. Here's me playing Torpedo Girl.
Right.
Here's a mosaic I made in the 4th grade of Ace Frehley. Like, it's just all over the fucking place. Hey, what's your favorite Ace Frehley stuff? So we allowed all that stuff. We're going to cut back on it. It's not fun if you can't find anything or see anything. That the main Loudcasters that post on our page that attract responses and fun comments and things like that, that's getting drowned out by fucking a million other things. So we got to go back to what we were doing before. And, sometimes some of these comments are pretty vile or pretty hard hitting, or people giving, like, this is the thing. We want people to have opinions. So one of the two big things I saw recently on our page was obviously the post about that Paul made, the comments that he basically made upon Ace's passing. That got a major vitriol reaction from a lot of people. And then the opposite happened. The Paul-tards came out and they're like going nuts.
Yep.
And then in addition to that, a couple people taking shots at different podcasts, and Charlie's a good guy on our show, comes on and comments all the time. He's not very happy with Three Sides.
No, he made that abundantly clear, and that's his right.
God. Yeah, and we get it, Charlie. But like after a bit, like we let you get your grief out, but we're not gonna. It's not gonna be, hey, come here to shit on everybody.
No.
Leave the shitting on to us.
Yeah. And then the other big thing that attracted a ton of vitriol was the TMZ post yesterday.
Yeah.
Which was an article about the medical examiner looking into the passing of Ace. And
they have to do that.
Look, a lot of people, this is the thing that frustrates me. You can love Ace. You can be a member of the Ace cult. Don't be a fucking idiot. The amount of, this is ridiculous. Everybody's got a conspiracy theory. He fell, blah, blah. Dude, they have to do that. and some of you people out there kept doubling down with your comments and your comments and your comments. Why does everything have to? Why can't you just hit the little thumbs up button or keep scrolling? See, now you open up now the rant's coming out.
So Ace Frehley passed. How's the KISS community handling it? I will tell you, and I want you guys to hear this because I'm prefacing my comments. I don't give a fuck if I am speaking in the most eloquent, praiseworthy fucking dialogue that you can ever imagine. If I'm up here talking like Martin Luther King in his prime, somebody's going to find a problem with what I'm saying.
Yep.
No way around it. You can do it every way possible, or you can, and one of our biggest pet peeves are podcasts that try to play it safe, who don't want anybody getting upset, can't take a stand on anything, can't have a hard opinion because they don't want to piss anybody off. So, Jesus, what do you guys think? Shit like that.
Yep.
That's not this. So, I again, we're going to say a couple things here. We're not trying to offend anyone, but I know we're going to offend someone along the line.
We've already offended people.
Yeah, 90-something% were happy with our live cast. And yet somebody, found fault with it at some point. As long as we, most people, actually, I don't think I remember anybody saying not to keep playing the drops, the Ace drops that we do. Right. I think everybody was like, please do.
Absolutely.
Appreciate Ace and love him.
Yep.
Okay, great. And then that's the other part to this is if people think we're like mean to Ace or didn't like him, like you just don't get the show.
Right.
And it's insane. Fucking loved Ace. But I'm not gonna fucking all of a sudden go back and be like, yeah, we didn't make fun of him and his quirks and shit. Of course we did. We had fun with Ace.
It's disingenuous and it's revisionist history shit. Yeah. It is what it is.
And so did everybody else.
Yep.
Ace is a character, man. And we loved him. But we had a lot of fucking fun. Same thing with Paul.
And Ace would have, and that's how Ace was. He wanted that.
Or Peter with his crankiness. Like, they all have their quirks. It doesn't mean you're one way or the other. It's not black and white. And so, the way I look at it, Tom, the first thing I want to kind of discuss is how's everybody taking this? There are just some people, and it's not Ace specifically related, that when a celebrity dies, just take it very, very personal.
Well, that's ultimately what I said at the beginning when I said, people haven't experienced real loss, and again, I'm not trying to make this about me or be melodramatic, but it's true. I'm sorry, it's true. Look, Zeus and I love this band so much. We're recording our 351st Shout It Out Loudcast episode. This band's been a part of our life since we were fucking old enough to walk and stand up and piss. Okay, we love Ace. We've seen him in concert times. We've interviewed him on the show. We love him. But life continues to move on here. And, a lot of people were getting ultra sensitive and really personal, as if Ace was your parent or your brother or your friend or your uncle. He was a musician, which many of you never knew at all, including us, even though we met him twice. And it's not fair to think that the way you grieve is the right way and vice versa. And I'm sure people are going to say, well, you're saying it's not the right way to grieve. Do what you want, but don't attack people. And that's bullshit, okay? Who we all adored.
No, there's always going to be someone that finds fault to no matter what we handle it or how we handle it. And it's hard. It's hard because I have an opinion, you have an opinion, and we don't want to mock or insult people that are really taken aback by this.
I get it.
But Ace isn't your dad.
No.
Look, what are you going to do when other celebrities die? What are you doing when Gene dies? I can't go on. I can't stop thinking about this. I get it, man. I get it. But, like, to some extent, like, wow.
Well, I saw it a lot yesterday when somebody was trying to be lighthearted on a post. And somebody made a joke. And whether you think it's tasteless or too soon, somebody made a joke about, hey, Did Gene charge a meet and greet at the funeral?
Yeah.
No, sorry, that's kind of funny. Okay,
Yeah.
it's dark humor. This kid got obliterated on Facebook by just like obliterated. Really? You couldn't have just kept scrolling or not saying anything else? That guy is dealing with his grief in a dark humor way that might not go with you. But you attacking him and making him seem like he's insensitive as if he just insulted your great-grandfather? Come on, people, do better.
The only part that I find insulting is the people that were like, from what I understand, like trying to get into his fucking private service.
Oh, well, that's
for
the
his
next
funeral.
thing.
Wait,
Go ahead.
That's the fucking shit you can be offended by.
Oh, you mean people trying to get copies of his funeral prayer card?
Yeah,
like it's the subway ticket from New York City?
Oh, just people inserting themselves in anything Ace related. Just
trying to sell stuff. People trying to sell signed Ace Frehley signed merch because he's passed. So like selling vinyl, selling books, selling autographed thing. Really? Come on, people. What are we doing here? We're not naive. We know this goes on in the world, but to see it was kind of gross, to be honest with you.
Yeah, give some people some room. So it's all over the place. Our feelings are still kind of raw. I mean, the way people have reacted, I will say this. That's somewhat of the bad part of it.
Yes.
The good part of it
the good part, and there's a lot of good.
The amount of respect and admiration that he got overwhelmed me. The Madison Square Garden, the Boston Garden, fucking Time Magazine,
Sun, the New York Giants, the Go-Go's.
Yeah, everybody you can think of.
Yep.
Ace was all over. I couldn't escape it. Celebrities everywhere.
Yep.
Big ABC News, Fox, CNN. Everybody was talking about it. If there was never any reunion,
right,
would anybody be talking about this stuff?
No.
But anyway, I fucking loved it. That's the good part. So we got the bad and the good. We're doing the good part now. The good part was the amount of respect he got from everybody. I felt the comments from Gene, as we said in the live cast, were very good.
And I think the KISS official social media have been doing some really wonderful posts, posting pictures, videos, really, really kindly and carefully celebrating his legacy, which I think is good.
Yeah, the Paul comment still irks me.
Yep.
But to some extent, I remember Paul saying something. It was the Dan Rather interview. And he's talked about it a few times because he always likes to repeat himself.
Yep.
That his relationship with Gene worked later on because he learned not to expect anything that Gene couldn't give anymore. I think it was a backhanded compliment. Like
everything.
Don't expect Gene to be nice.
Everything Paul says is a backhanded compliment,
right?
Yeah.
But he said that. So I'm like thinking, if he thinks that, then why are we upset? Because that's what he said. We can't expect Paul Stanley to say something about his band member.
So
that's authentic and passionate and from the heart. He may do that in private. He may do that to Ace's family. He may have done that. I don't know. When he put it out publicly, that is, again, I have a right. There's a podcast where we give opinions. I just thought that was fucking just knowing, Paul, that we have a running gag here about, somebody died. Here comes the Paul Stanley. Hey, Paul Stanley was quoted, and he'll make the most eloquent quote about somebody. You know, when I first heard Otis Redding sing, music opened up my ears and I did this and that, whatever. But this is the best you can. He should have just said, this is raw. I have some thoughts, but you know what? Right now, I'm looking at this picture of Ace. This is my favorite picture. God bless him. Say something like that. People would get it. But to be like, I wanted to hear a member. Like, why can't I get that guy in my band? It was my. So in other words, the guy that was in your band, Ace, you don't want in your band because you don't think he's good.
It reminds me of that meme where that guy is holding up a sign and it says, "Our expectations were low, but holy fuck."
Yeah.
Now that's the thing. I don't think any of us were expecting much out of Paul, but even by Paul's standards, our opinion is that was fucked up. Now, I know people came out and defended him and said, well, he's hurting. It's a raw moment expressing a love of a brother with a picture of them laughing and enjoying themselves. Okay, fine. I'll play devil's advocate and give you that. But it's been a week and there hasn't been anything else. That's it.
Well, we know he's heard some fucking shit about that comment. He wasn't happy with our post.
He wasn't happy with us. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. So let's just say that.
Yeah.
But regardless, like we're kind of just throwing shit out. Tom and I didn't write anything down. Like, let's talk about this, and this. So it's all coming out. We have some, like, obviously some great thoughts of Ace and stuff coming up, but like this stuff is just fucked up. It's the first. How many times have we said all 4 members are alive? How many times have we said that? And they should do something right. And nothing was done.
The one thing that made me kind of laugh in kind of a tongue-in-cheek kind of way is I said to Zeus, I go, the Ace cult is real. It's a real thing. We used to joke about the Ace cult. The Ace cult is a legitimate, real thing. And we saw it this week for good and for bad. For good and for bad.
Well, there's a Paul cult too, because I will tell you.
Oh, that's true.
There are people that were like, what was wrong with that?
What's wrong with that?
Excellent. I thought it was the best quote of all of them.
Yeah.
Dude,
really?
Come on.
I know.
Just, and then to top it off, I'm trying to get us to the positive part, Tom. I'm trying.
It's a long road, Zeus, but you can try.
We have friends that have real loss with Ace that we were closer with than Ace.
Yep.
And they're dealing with shit and the stuff that they would tell us that they had to go through.
Yep.
Like you get mad about it. You're fucking harassing people. People like, hey, what's going on? Have you heard anything? Like, not like, are you okay? How's your friend doing?
No, it's more about what do you got
for me?
Yeah. How can I use this to something for me?
Just this Vegas thing, Tom, I swear to God, I'll
and
tell
a couple
you
other things that we won't say out loud are really burning my ass.
Yeah. I mean, at one point I said to Tom, wouldn't it be funny if we just say, fuck it, we're done. Fuck all this shit and be this the last episode? He's like, what do you think? And I said, I don't know.
I'm ready. Just let me know if that's what we're doing.
And again, I love the band Kiss. I fucking hate all the bullshit that comes with it.
And the Ace is passing. Kiss tards have ruined Kiss, and they've ruined Ace. I mean, it's sad. It's sad, but it's just like anything else. It's just like anything else. I am a massive, massive horror movie fan. Zeus is a massive, massive wrestling fan. I follow a shit ton of horror people on Twitter and Facebook. It's the personal attacks, the insults, the brutal back and forth. And then again, it's like, are any of you people fucking all right in the head?
I can't wait to get the first comment back. All you guys do is bitch.
Hey, sorry. This is as raw and real as it's going to get. There are other people that script out every word they're going to say and make sure they don't upset and offend anybody.
That's
wonderful.
Like that too.
And that's wonderful.
What do you guys think of this?
Yeah, we're going to talk about Ace. What's your favorite Ace postcard? What's your favorite Ace pencil? Okay, that's great. Do that. That's fine. That's fine. But here, how me and Zeus get very passionate. We get very loud and we get very opinionated on anything.
Yeah.
And Zeus's cat is getting opinionated too because they just climbed up on the chair and almost ripped his face off.
I wouldn't go that far. But.
I know.
A lot of Kiss fans aren't the brightest people in the world.
That should be on his tombstone. They should chisel that on the back.
Dude, you know what's going to end up happening? People are going to be chiseling off the tombstone. Oh, I got a piece of Ace's tombstone.
Don't give them ideas, dude. God.
Yes.
Oh, here's one other thing I want to say, and I'm sorry if this insults you. This is me saying it, not Zeus.
Oh, here we go.
There are people signing petitions to have stars renamed after Ace and petitions to have his ashes, which I'm not even sure he was cremated, shot into space. I'm not making this up. People, put on Dress to Kill and just enjoy Ace's legacy, please. We don't need him shot into space or named an honorary astronaut or Halley's Comet now is going to be Frehley's Comet. Oh. Yeah, all right, I'm done. For now.
And I have over 2,000 comments on YouTube.
God bless Ace. Good Lord. We have that forever.
All right. Forget everything I said before. Let's take a quick little break now and get to the topic.
Stop. Don't talk anymore. I'm hearing shit in the background. What is that?
Oh,
see, when I hear that, it makes me laugh, but then it makes me sad because but I'm so glad.
I will say this.
I'm so glad we have that.
Today's topic is basically Ace is passing. It's bittersweet. Like, I appreciate him more now. Like, all the stuff.
It's a good point.
Thankfully, he did a lot of podcasts, a lot of interviews. There's a lot of footage. He kept touring. He still put out music. There's a lot of stuff out there that you can get on Ace, right?
Yep.
And you can take your time and go through it and listen to it and enjoy his stuff. Now, for me, Ace in Kiss is really what I care about. A couple things post Kiss I care about, but mostly Ace and Kiss.
Yep.
At one point, I can say he was my favorite member. At one point in my love of Kiss, he was my favorite member.
Okay.
And that was when I got back into Kiss in the mid 80s. And I'll talk about that because we're going to do a top 10 list of things we think about when we think of Ace.
Yeah.
Personal things.
Yeah. And I like this because instead of just talking, which we obviously have been doing, this is a nice way to kind of make a list of things that are important to us or when we think of Ace, we think of when you think of garbage, think of Akeem. When you think of this, think of Ace, and just whatever it is, and we'll just kind of riff on each thing.
Yeah. So, the last few weeks have been a little bit tough because we kind of got some info and we're all holding back. And a lot of people had this info. We're not anything special, but we did. And for a while, it was no news is good news. Maybe he's going to pull out.
Yep.
Because what we were hearing, it wasn't looking good. So when the news came, it kind of sucked. It's just like one of those things, you have a family member, they're going to go, but when you hear it, it's still too soon. And it's fucking tough. He's an original member of Kiss. He's not, and no offense to Mark St. John. What's Mark St. John's personality in Kiss? No one knows.
No one knows. He was there for a year.
He was there for a year. But let's say he was there longer.
Right.
Okay. Even Eric Carr or Bruce, both known for being sweethearts, great people.
Yep.
Ace is very out there. He's got a personality.
Yeah. Ace, the magic of Ace, or the legacy of Ace, is that he checked off all those boxes that music fans and rock fans love. Okay, on it, he was an incredible guitar player, incredible soloist, sloppy, bluesy, awesome. But then he was just kind of a goof. Like the way he talked, the way he laughed, the stories he told. He got into car accidents. He would drink. He would do this. He would do that. Like he did everything. He would talk. He would laugh about everything. He was friends with everybody. He would do interviews with everybody. He would make kick-ass solo albums. He would, he would tour. He would party. he did it all, and he had the makeup and the costumes, and he had it all. Because as much as we love Gene and Paul and those guys, they were just straight shooters. Like that was it. It was Kiss. That was it. Ace just had so much more.
Yeah, and he was accessible.
Yes.
He was down to earth. He opened up. He would talk. He was friendly. He had just a great sense of humor, and that's what a lot of people talk about.
Yep.
And the fact that so many people came out and were like praising him because he was the rock star in Kiss.
Yep.
Really.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And people like loved his personality.
Yep.
I just the like comments about people hanging out and partying with him and doing stuff with him and playing sets or doing shit. Just you're never gonna hear that. No offense against Paul and Gene.
Never. You never will.
Like, oh yeah, Gene came in and played in my concert live. Like musicians aren't saying that shit. Paul's not stepping on stage with somebody. Like it just.
And the influence too. I mean, I love Gene. I love Paul. Paul had no influence on anybody. Gene, maybe, some bass players will love what Gene did. Ace influenced a billion kids out there to ask Santa Claus for a toy guitar or to pick up a guitar when they were 10 years old. He did that with a million kids out there. And you can't, and some of those guys became some of the biggest rock stars in history. Some of those kids became people like me and you who didn't pursue music. But Ace did that.
Yeah, the shooting rocket, fucking Spaceman,
smoking guitar, all that. Yep.
All that stuff was huge. And as you said, as far as musicianship goes, he was the most influential member by far in Kiss.
Oh, without a doubt.
Right?
It's not even close.
Yeah. Yep. I mean, you're getting people from Mike McCready from Pearl Jam, talking about him. Everything like Sebastian Bach. I don't know. Someone's got to do a wellness check on him.
Right.
I mean, it's out there. And it warms my heart that he got that level of respect. Like, it was pretty, overwhelming. I'll give you another quick example. Dude, my mom knows about Ace dying from her Greek television. It was all over the news, she said.
Dude, my 85-year-old aunt called my mom, who's staying with me, and said, I'm sure Tommy, they call me Tommy. They were talking about Ace. People at work who know I'm a Kiss fan, they were talking to me about Ace. Everybody was talking about Ace.
What a fucking small country in the Mediterranean.
Right.
All their TV news are talking about Kiss and Ace Frehley, the guitarist, dying. That's how my mom saw it.
Yep.
That's how big it is. And it puts a smile on my face that he gets that level of respect.
Yep.
And he's earned it. When he says I'm a rock star. Yeah, buddy. Apparently you are. And you were. Right? Because basically everybody out there is mourning you because that you're such a huge influence on people.
I have a Grammy on my shelf.
You didn't have that, buddy, but it's very endearing to me to see the level of respect by every news organization, celebrity. And I love it because you're like, oh, I didn't know this person's a Kiss fan.
Me too.
This person's a Kiss fan. And everybody was like, I had this shirt when I was young and Ace was my guy.
Dude, there were all the New York sports teams, pop musicians, political pundits or just people on Twitter that I follow, just who grew up loving Kiss as a kid, had the posters, just the influence. You're right. It was shocking. It was shocking. And it was really nice to see.
The other thing I think of upon losing Ace, how does it really hit the band members?
Yeah.
I think Gene is really bothered by it because he's an emotional guy.
He's a very emotional guy. He wears his heart on his sleeve.
Dude, fucking Vinny and Bruce both gave. I mean, I expect it from Bruce because he's a class act.
Yeah.
Bruce has put up at least 3 posts, at least that I know of, just
with
all
pictures. Yep.
Meanwhile, we only have one photo of him saying that he wishes the guy in the hotel room was in his band, not Ace.
Yep.
I got to bite my tongue because I don't want to go down that avenue again. That's all we got from him.
Yep. I know.
Mr. He can't wait till somebody passes away and he has to put a comment up online. Let it be an R&B soul singer that passes away. Watch.
I shared the photo of his tweet when Ozzy passed. It was incredible. And people defended that by saying Ozzy was a rock star that Paul knew. Ace was his brother. He's and okay, I get that, but I don't know.
We all mourn differently. I get it.
I get that too.
Since the Ace thing happened, I've been saying it. We all mourn differently. I get it. But at some point, man, do you ever wonder why when you have birthday parties, you don't have any real friends show up?
Yeah.
You just have celebrity people that you can check off and say, well, they were at my 70th birthday party.
Right.
He
has nobody. He's got nobody close to him.
I don't know, but I mean, I can't guarantee it, but from what I understand, that's how it is.
Right.
What do you expect? And everything is like, let me show you what a wonderful life I have. This is my beautiful wife and my beautiful kids. This is me making pizza in my place. This is me espousing words of wisdom to you peasants. This is me in my art gallery I've done.
Yep.
This is me getting gelato on my bike. Live to win. Woo!
You mean being a Renaissance man, like you said.
Yeah. Those are the important things.
Yep.
And, let's be blunt. The Paul fucking Tards out there eat it up and comment on, because he's blocked anybody that says anything normal to him. So he lives for that shit. Lives for it.
Live to win, baby.
Yeah. And Peter, man, it broke my heart reading that. And him and his wife being there at Ace's side. He's always been the most fucking passionate. It's the Italian in him, man.
I was just going to say, he's an Italian guy from the city. That's
fucking heart is out there for everybody to see.
Yep.
What a class act him and his wife are. Just what class act.
Love it. And it's not that hard to do that. Exactly. It's not that hard to show that you love and care for somebody that's been part of your life, maybe on and off, but for 50 years. It's not that hard to show
you
that
wouldn't
kind
have
of
the
love.
life without him.
Absolutely, he'd be nothing right now if Ace wasn't in that band.
So you would. Well, I don't know. I've had comments. I've made comments about Kiss would be pretty big without Ace, but let's be blunt.
I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
This isn't the time or place to argue that have that.
No, I know.
But let's think about this. Then you got, God bless Ace. He's just a character. He's still married. He was always still married.
I know.
And he's got both ex-girlfriends or fiancés commenting. I will give that girl Laura credit. Very passionate. She put up a Facebook or Instagram post.
Yep.
Crying, saying, what a wonderful guy Ace is, and she's heartbroken over it. Classy.
Yeah.
Then you got the other one, the nutsack washer.
Christ almighty.
I mean, I bet you she's fuck. I'm surprised you haven't heard about her trying to break in and insert herself into all this.
Yeah, try to get money from his estate or something.
Just writing post and post and post. Now, mind you, she's been with him for so many years. But, dude, you shit on him for the past couple of years and try to shake him down. It's hard to hear you say how heartbroken you are, what a great guy he is now. And when you write that you wish you were there to wash
his nutsack, literally her words, not ours.
Who fucking talks like that? Oh my God. But all that, I mean, we're all a community, Loudcasters. I mean, there are a lot of you guys that are just really hurt and heartbroken over this and stuff. I look at it as let's celebrate Ace.
That's
what
we're going to do
with Ace.
Yep.
God bless him. I don't think of him as like woe is him.
Never.
Never. He died. No. Poor Ace. I look at Ace as he fucking burned both ends of the candle and had a blast living.
Lived hard. And kudos to our friend Eddie. Eddie Trunk. Just real quick, I wanted to say this, and there's a guy who had every right under the sun to get emotional, and he was emotional. We heard it, and we were texting with him a little bit. He knew that guy for over 40 years. That was a legitimate friend, and he brought up kind of an ironic, kind of funny, kind of, the way you look back at after somebody's passed, and he said, "You don't think Ace would laugh at the irony of having an album called Trouble Walking and having his passing due to him having trouble walking?" And I'm not mocking this. That's the kind of guy that Ace would be. He probably that would have made him laugh.
Yeah.
Eddie
had made a point to saying that his podcast and his radio shows that he
incredible
did
stuff
were great. Great. And,
yep.
And I think it was very therapeutic for a lot of Kiss fans, and people were telling us that.
Yep.
We hope this episode is, because I'm sure we've said something that may have not been to your liking, but we hope you've said enough that is to your liking. We're gonna be honest, and we want to hear your honesty. I mean, look, nobody is happy that he passed away.
Obviously,
but do you look at it right now and get upset when you think about it? I don't. I think Ace had a great life.
He had a great life.
Let's be honest. I didn't think he'd make it this far.
And the other thing that really, really gives me peace, and I mean this sincerely, is that we just saw him a month ago.
Yeah.
And we raved about the performance.
One of his last shows we ever saw.
We got to have some laughs with him backstage with that Vegas quote. Like that means the world to me, and I know it does to you, that we have a fresh memory of Ace in our minds. And I find that amazing. I'm grateful. I'm grateful for that.
Forever grateful to Ryan Spencer Cook for that.
100%.
Can't thank him enough. Poor guy. Yep. I mean, people like him and the band and the managers and all that, they're fucking really heartbroken over this. Yep. I get that.
Yep.
They didn't just lose their boss and their fucking leader. They lost their friend.
Yep.
And that's the part that is really tough for me. I'm not like, oh man, what happened? Like shit. We wish we got more time out of Ace, of course, but he lived a great life. He just put out an album 2 years ago. Whether you love it or hate it, he was still doing stuff. And I'm sure Origins 3 will be out soon.
Yeah.
You'll have music from him, and he's probably have a million things out there.
Yep.
Someone's going to have to clean that stuff up and release it.
Yep.
I want to have fond memories of Ace.
Yep.
I don't want my memories to be of fucking people trying to fucking peek into the funeral home and look at his casket.
No, that'll pass, hopefully.
Yeah, I want it to be something that we in turn are able to deal with. Social media wasn't around when the past few Kiss members passed away.
Right.
Mark St. John, Eric
Carr. No.
This is the first one.
Yep.
How do we handle this? I don't know. I hope we handle this better than what I've seen in the beginning.
Yep.
And there have been some great people, great comments, great stuff. People appreciating Ace and appreciating his life. And, are sad that they lost one of their heroes.
Mm-hmm.
So we and you, Tom, we thought of something. Let's do something where we don't just do, what's my favorite song? We did that when we did an Ace profile years ago. Let's do our top things we think about when we personally think about Ace Frehley.
Yeah, this was both easy and hard, if that makes sense, because it was easy to make a list, but it was hard to keep it to, 10 or so, whatever. But I think it's a fun way to kind of get out all the positive stuff that we love about Ace.
Mm-hmm. So I'll go first, Tom.
Okay.
Number
now, are these
10.
in any particular order, or are these just a list of?
I think they are. I think they're
me
just
too. No, me
10
too.
thoughts that come to mind when I think of Ace.
Yep.
Number 10 is the whole him, I know it's beaten into the ground, but the whole how he got into the band. The one red sneaker, the one orange sneaker. Bob Kulick is like fucking playing, and he's plugs in, he starts jamming, and they're like, hey, fuckhead.
Yep.
What are you doing? Stop playing. This guy's playing over here. And he's like, oh, yeah. Not meaning to harm anybody.
Yep.
But just his fucking funny personality showing out, and then he just comes in and blows them away.
Yep.
And they hired him.
Love it.
Like the red sneaker, the orange sneaker, the story of him getting the gig and with flashing balls.
Yep.
God bless him.
Yep. Yeah, this was so for me, number 10. I mean, this could be number 1. But the very first time we met him and kind of hearing that voice, that cackle, that laugh that we always love with the sound clips. And, at Creatures Fest, meeting, seeing him again at the concert that we just saw a month ago, just being in his presence, meeting him, shaking his hand, getting pictures taken. That's like a blessing that we have, that we were both there together and, just being in the presence of Ace.
So I had that. I will change it because I had others that I was going to add. So I will remove that. I had as Creatures Fest as one of my things, but you also forgot to say when we walked up to him, he looked like he was fucking passed out, and he showed up and he just woke up and put his thumbs up for the photo.
Oh God. Yeah.
Where's the cameraman?
Jeez. Yep.
He just fucking smiled for the photo.
Yep.
But, number 9 for me. Is that what he does?
Oh God.
No. Is that what he does?
I will never forget just going down a rabbit hole in YouTube at night and finding this video where the British guy goes, Paul Stanley, have you ever seen him sucking a cock? First of all, the question, the way it was phrased.
First of all, the question. Yeah.
Yeah. And then his answers, his glasses are down. Like, no. Is that what he does?
But that's so Ace. He was like seriously engaging in conversation about whether Paul did that. Like,
and he goes into the fucking conversation about a parakeet.
Oh.
He doesn't care if you sleep with whatever.
Yep.
And then, boom, the last concert we were at, he mentions the parakeet on stage.
I love it.
So that to me is number 9 for me.
All right. My next one is just simply the run of costumes that he had from Destroyer, Rock and Roll Over, Love Gun into Dynasty. That to me, I've always been a Gene guy. I've been a Gene guy since I first learned about Kiss. But Ace was always that guy where I was like, that fucking guy is so goddamn cool. And Love Gun is my thing, but something about that Destroyer costume and then the super kiss with Dynasty, with that cape.
Yeah.
I think about that Sure Knows Something video and he swings around and the cape just kind of swings around. Just him as the Spaceman in those costumes, just looking like a literal superhero. Almost more so than the other guys, because Gene was like the demon.
Because he's a spaceman.
Right, exactly. He was a spaceman. He was just him in those costumes, especially that run from 75, 76 to 79. It's just burned in my brain.
All right. Number 8 for me, the Tom Snyder interview. Although I got annoyed with it, it's still, you think about it when you think of Ace.
Yep.
Because you can see both sides of it. You get a very, very original, crazy interview.
Yep.
One that you can go back to and be like, holy shit, you remember this? And then the other aspect of it is like, dude, like I can see them getting fucking annoyed right in front of my eyes.
Yep.
And you could be on both ends of that where you're Peter and you're dying laughing, looking at Ace, or then you're Gene and Paul like, motherfucker.
Yeah. This is on my list too. It's a little bit higher. I'll mention it when we get there. But to me, that is like, if somebody said, can you describe Ace Frehley off stage? I'd be like, watch the Snyder interview. That's him. Yeah. That's Ace. Yeah. That's Ace. Yep.
Yeah.
So the next one for me is seeing him in the full Spaceman Love Gun gear when we saw him in the reunion. The very first time we saw him at the reunion at the Garden. Seeing him because the first time I saw Kiss, it was the Hot in the Shade tour. Obviously, Ace wasn't in the band. I had never seen Ace live before. Seeing him with you as the Spaceman, as when they wore those Love Gun costumes, and him coming out and just seeing him, just epic, an epic moment.
Yeah. Number 7, I think about Ace. I think of the concert we saw him in Boston when he opened up with Alice Cooper.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
And that's where we came up with this stupid expression. I'm gonna grab a couple slices of pepperoni, of roni, and a fountain soda.
That whole thing came from that show.
Yeah,
yep.
A fountain cola and fucking slices of roni.
Yep.
And then we got him to go, in the days of my youth.
Yep.
Oh my God.
Yep.
That was, I think of that a lot.
I love it. Okay. Next one for me is just simply him. Everybody said this before. We didn't come up with this. I don't know if it was Eddie or if it was another guitar player, but just his solos. And I think Eddie said it perfectly that his solos were songs within a Kiss song. And he took some, I guess lack of a better word, very basic Kiss songs that we love, but just took them to the next level with his solos. Like, for example, Making Love. I don't like that song. I actually don't even think it's a very good song. That solo just absolutely burns it down. And I think that's why I would listen to Making Love, because of that solo. So I think he elevated so much with obviously his regular lead guitar playing, but his solos just took some of these songs into the next level.
I agree with you. I had it on my list. I'm going to change it to something else because I don't want duplicates, because I have so many I could have put down.
Okay.
So number 6 for me, shooting rockets in his guitar solos.
There you go.
On stage. The flaming guitar, the fucking smoke bombs, all that shit. I know it's kind of like, and I can picture it like someone's like, oh, listen to David Gilmour. This is nonsense. When you're a kid at that age and you see that shit, what do you want to hear? Carlos Santana?
Right.
Do some jazz infusion into some fucking Latin groove? No, I want to see this motherfucker with a smoking guitar going nuts. Like, that to me is just, you think of Ace when you see that stuff, and that's unique to him.
Yep.
And
Love
Tommy.
It. Yep. Yeah. For me, my next one is that Gibson Les Paul Sunburst guitar. It's a guitar that a lot of people have. It's a guitar that you could go into a Guitar Center and buy. You know, it's not like the Eddie Van Halen Frankenstein guitar that's so incredibly customized and unique. But something about when Ace played it and when Ace held it, whenever I see that guitar, either in a video or in a store or at another concert, that to me is Ace's guitar. Because you see so many other guys. I mean, Angus has a Gibson, all these other guys have this, a Fender, whatever. When I see that, that's Ace to me, that guitar. Nobody should be playing. It's almost like when they retire a jersey number in sport, they should retire the Gibson Les Paul Sunburst, because that's just Ace.
Yeah, it's synonymous with Ace, that Gibson.
Yep.
So, all right, number 5 for me. I remember I said to you that at one point he was my favorite member. I remember buying the Hit Paraders, buying all the magazines and Circus and stuff, and anticipating Frehley's Comet to come out. And seeing that picture of him with that Z guitar behind a bunch of amps. I think they were Marshall amps, but like knowing that it was coming out, because like I somewhat gravitate to the people that are forgotten in a band.
Yep.
I like Don Felder. I like George Harrison. I like the lesser members, and I find that I like Peter Criss. Well, Ace, when I got back into Kiss in the mid 80s and Asylum and all that other stuff, and I went backwards, someone from the projects in town was like, listen to this. And it was Ace's 78 solo. And he played me Speeding Back to my Back to My Baby in that guitar solo. And I was like, this guy's fucking cool. And people weren't talking about him. It was Paul, I recognized. Paul's still in the band. Gene, I recognized. Gene's the big stuff. Like, but what this guy? This guy looks cool. He's got cool makeup.
Yep.
And he was coming back. You're going to see a new album from him. Holy shit. I remember that anticipation as a young fan of music.
Yep. Love it. I remember that same thing, being like, holy shit, this guy's making new stuff outside of Kiss. Yeah. Number 5 for me, this could be higher, but the kind of the next few ones in my list are very, very personal and nostalgic, although this is very personal, but it's much more recent. And that is something that I never thought would happen in a million trillion years, and that is us having a KISS podcast and being able to interview Ace Frehley. Like, just mind blown, mind melted, and thank you, Steve Brown, for giving us a moment that we will have forever. We will have that forever. That memory, that audio, him being hilarious Ace, incredible quotes and jokes and one-liners, just a gift that I am eternally grateful for.
Yeah, Tom, I had that on my list. Obviously, I'll talk about it a little bit here.
Yep.
Yeah, him coming on the show was fantastic. Meeting him, it was fantastic. But getting him on the shows, thanks Steve Brown, was great. It went better than I thought.
Yep.
If anything, those reels that we put up of that episode,
God,
I think one's at 350,000 right now.
It's insane. I know.
Yeah. It was just that fucking good.
Yep.
So.
Yep.
All right. So my number 4 is his solo album. You can't escape it.
Okay. Yep.
The whole love, and I would say overrated a little, of his 1978 solo album.
Mm-hmm.
But I still think it's a great album. I just, don't.
I do. I do too. I just pile on sometimes because people gush over it. We can share this conversation because at my number 4, I have more specifically the song "Speeding Back to My Baby," and that's because when I got these solo albums, that I loved Radioactive, but "Speeding Back to My Baby," I just thought it was the coolest, catchiest, most badass song I had ever heard as a 5-year-old. I still love it to this day. And as I'm older, I feel like "Rip It Out" is more badass. It's much more aggressive. But I think "Speeding Back to My Baby" with those background singers and just that pop groove, the guitar solo, it's very, very nostalgic for me, Zeus, with that 70. I know you're generally talking of the album. Yeah.
Yeah, I would agree with you.
Yep.
So number 3 for me would be a hashtag that we came up with, and that's the Ace Cult.
Love it. I'm so glad you brought that up. I think we've
sold more Ace Cult shirts than Shout It Out Loudcast shirts.
I think so too.
We started this podcast, and then beginning people didn't understand where we were coming from, so we do the Ace jokes or whatever, this and that. People are, what the fuck? You can't say that about Ace. And then the fucking, Ace has got the greatest solo. Ace is this.
Yep.
Holy fuck, dude.
It's like
you can't talk logic with these people.
Yeah.
I really fucking believe this shit.
Yep.
They ain't fucking around. And so we came up with the Ace Cult as a hashtag. The shirts sell more than fucking our Loudcast shirt. And that expression, I've seen it on other pages, and people say it, and they have no idea where it came from. It came from here. And it still holds true. God bless them. I ain't going to hold anybody against it for being in the Ace Cult right now.
Yep. Nope. It's a good point. Good point. Okay. My number 3 is simply the gift that will keep on giving for the rest of eternity. And that is the sound clips from his interview with Eddie Trunk that we drop all the time. That is such an incredible thing. And I will never forget this, Zeus. Me, you, and Murph driving back from New York City for the final show weekend. It was pouring rain. We're driving through, and we listened to it on I think I had it on the Sirius XM app because we had missed it when it was live. I think.
Exactly.
Yeah. The 3 of us were like, wait, hold on. You have to rewind that. What did he just go? Did he just go, hello? Got a fucking ringing in my ear. Like and then for Zeus to rip those quotes and make them the drops that you guys love, including our coming in and out of our break. Just incredible stuff.
Eddie loves it.
Oh my God.
And he could have been like a little bit, hey dude, you took that from my show.
Right.
He fucking loves it.
Yeah.
Loves it. It cracks him up. We get more fucking shit about like how much people love those drops more than anything. And I and the Paul ones as well. But
yeah.
All right. Number 2 is meeting him in Nashua. backstage, hanging out with him. I want to say fucking with him. Because I think it was one person like, oh, is that cool? Fucking agitating an old man. I'm like,
that was me who said that.
I'm like, dude, it was hilarious. Why do they keep perpetrating bullshit?
Bullshit. Not going to fucking Vegas. I wish we hit record.
Oh my God,
man.
First of all, him and John and all them, and especially Ryan, just couldn't have been nicer.
Incredible.
Fucking hooked us up with the best seats. We got to see him on one of his last shows. And I'm telling you, we loved it. We weren't just saying that shit.
No.
Oh, yeah, you get access now. All of a sudden you think he's good. He was good that day.
He was good.
And I could see fucking videos from a couple of weeks earlier, and he was horrible.
Yep.
But he was good that night, and the band was always rocking and killing. He was so good, we had to tell Eddie. And we texted him like, dude, fucking, we just saw Ace, man. This was the best show we've ever seen him.
Yep.
He took that because we have fucking respect. And he talked about it on his show.
Yeah.
That, that we're pretty tough. And what we said, that was one of the best shows Ace has ever done. And
that was one of the biggest compliments. He's like, yeah, when he mentioned, he's like, yeah, Tom and Zeus from Shoutout Loudcast. Those guys can be pretty tough. So if they're telling me this show is good, I'm going to trust them that the show is good. So
yeah, basically we're not kiss asses. But
right.
Regardless, it was the last time we saw him, one of his last shows, and he was fucking incredible. And we got to meet him backstage. He autographed my and Tom's book.
Mm-hmm. Unbelievable, dude.
Personal book. He autographed the 78 album for me. He autographed Destroyer box set for me.
God.
He fucking made those funny quotes. Yep. He took great pictures with us.
Yep.
You're from a podcast? He kept asking us. We're like, yeah.
What? I was like, yeah, Ace, you were on it with. Remember Steve Brown? We talked about 10,000 volts.
I don't fucking remember you two.
I don't remember you guys.
Remember the fucking band? And we're walking in there, and they were like, the not the band, but like the fucking crew's like, oh, you guys? I thought you guys hate Ace. We're like, no. Like all that shit. It was one of the most memorable nights ever.
Yep.
And sadly, it was, just a few weeks prior to his passing.
Yep.
So that was my number 2.
Okay, so for me now, my top 2 are going to be very nostalgic, very youthful Kiss fan oriented. And number 2 is the very first time I heard Ace say anything, and that's his role in Kiss Meets the Phantom of the Park, where all he says is "ah," and to this day, it never ceases to amuse me and make me laugh. That there's the Spaceman. This is the movie that I've been waiting to see, and all he says is that.
Oh yeah, insufficient data, child.
Yeah, right. He had a couple like things like that. Yeah, but the act is just oh god, I love it. I love it.
I'll do you one better.
Okay,
because you probably don't know this or remember it, but when we put up that clip, and the great Daryl Albro made it for us, that clip, there was a reel which has fucking, like I said, over 300 something thousand views.
Yep.
We asked him about it, and he does the whole thing about like, him being on our show, which was incredible that we talked about. He says, Kiss took everything so fucking seriously. They hated the movie. I loved the movie. And then you asked him, oh, wait a minute. So you liked the movie? You were prodding him. He's like, yeah, what's not to like? It was campy. It was fun. And it's like, he says, like, it was campy. It was fun. And you're like, yeah. And he goes right back to you. He goes, ah.
I probably don't even remember that because my brain was like melting.
Watch the video.
I will.
You go, he said something and you're like laughing and you're like, and then he goes, oh, it's awesome. It's awesome.
I love it.
All right. So number one thing when I think of Ace Frehley, I think of his fucking laugh.
Yep.
I think of that cackle. I think of his voice. I think if you say to any musician, and we've heard it, when any of them been on our show without prodding, if you say Ace or something, and then they'll have to do, whether it's Carmine a piece, yeah, Curly, you're like, what the fuck? He's doing an impression.
They all do it.
Anybody that meets him or talks to him has to do Ace's voice and Ace's laugh.
Yep.
And that means he's a fun-loving guy.
Yep. Great one.
So, nobody's perfect, but when I think of Ace, I think of that fucking laugh.
Mm-hmm.
I think of that voice. And I think then of our impressions. Well, what has gotten what people like on the show is the impressions of doing his voice and the ridiculousness of the stupid shit we get character Ace on our show.
Yeah, like living in my shed and like just stupid shit like that,
or being incontinent or dropping ass on girls all the time.
Uncle Ace, like just everything.
Well, just and I don't think we're going to stop those.
No,
we're not.
No,
and people need to understand that this is our way of continuing to have fun with Ace.
Yep.
Ace.
Yep.
Right?
All right, number one for me is just personal, and everything's personal. Obviously, it's a personal list, but for me, it's the very first time I heard Ace sing, and it's the very first time I heard "Shock Me." I got Love Gun when I was 5 years old. I have that album framed right here, the 1977 pressing. My cousin gave it to me, and a couple of the songs that I went to were kind of a little bit on the poppy side. I love Plaster Caster. I loved Christine 16, which is ironic because I'm 5 years old and fucking no idea what either of those songs were about. But I remember hearing "Shock Me," and I was like, "Who is this guy singing? This guy doesn't sing any other songs." And then, of course, you go to a live too, and then that iconic, we got a little surprise for you tonight. We're going to turn it over to Ace Frehley, "Shock Me" with that solo. So to me, it's not just the song "Shock Me." It's just everything that encompasses that. And to me, that's Ace. I can picture the smoking guitar, the stumbling around on those moon boots on stage during the Love Gun tour.
The Alive 2 intro.
Yep. Just everything. Just the whole thing. So "Shock Me" for me is number one.
Gotcha.
Yep.
So what I like is we try to get away from all the negative shit. Kept crawling back in this conversation, but once we did our top 10 list, it was all fun.
Of course.
And
that's what I love
on that.
Dude, but let me just say this. That's what I love about this show. I'm sorry. I know it's our show, but we're also fans of the show. And I love that we can spend a little bit of time bitching and moaning like we always do because we have opinions. But just like we do when it comes to album reviews or a top 10, we spend time talking about what we love about this band. And I'm glad that we did this episode in this format. I think it was a great way to check off all the boxes about what Ace means to us.
Yeah. So in the end, I'm sure we'll have a lot more Ace talk coming up on the pod. But rest in peace, Ace Frehley.
Mm-hmm.
The original Spaceman for Kiss.
That's right.
So, Tom, what we do next is we go to question of the week. And that always starts with this.
Hey, what is this? 20 fucking questions?
So this one comes from our buddy who's very active and a big supporter of our show here, and that's Cameron Holiday. He has a question about the book, our number one Amazon best-selling Raise Your Glasses. He said simply, was it hard with anyone who was a fan of or a contributor, pretty much a contributor, to write anything positive about songs that you dislike? And then he says, it would be interesting if you did a bonus episode with behind the scenes of the making of Raise Your Glasses. Well, maybe we'll get to that. So he's pretty much saying, if songs that we hate and we had people writing glowing things, was that a problem for us? I can answer that quickly. No, because we would probably just tease them and be like, I can't believe you like that song.
Oh, we had a bunch of those. Like, dude.
Oh, God, yeah.
I think we have this under the wrong category. No, this is for While the City Sleeps. What?
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
People be like, wait, you're talking about the riff and the pre-chorus? What? This is like Prisoner of Love from Hot in the Shade. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
it's my favorite song off the album or whatever. You know what I mean? So it happened, but it didn't happen a lot. But it happened because obviously we got somebody to write something about every single song that Kiss ever made on the studio albums, etc. So we'd look at them and be like, wow, you really like, whatever. Mm-hmm. And it wasn't difficult. It was interesting. And it was a fun back and forth. I could tell you right now, real briefly, just me speaking, I thought that I'll give you a little peek behind the curtain. The making of that book was extraordinarily awesome. It was a ton of work, don't get us wrong, but it was a ton of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I agree with you. With you.
So, Cameron, I hope that answer sufficed, but please continue with your questions and your support of the show. We always love that, hearing from you, my friend, so thank you.
Tom, where can people find us?
Yeah, always go to our website, shoutoutoutloudcast.com. That's you can find everything related to the show, including a link right on the landing page there for our book, Raise Your Glasses. You can find links to all of our social media, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Threads, Blue Sky, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Everything is there. Links to our amazing new merch page. We keep pushing this because it's amazing. We're very happy with it. The holidays are coming up, if you can believe it. It's run by Printify, this website. You can find tons of awesome stuff there. So please continue doing that. And of course, links to all of our episodes, links to our guests. And if they have podcasts on their websites, it's a very interactive website. You can look for our rankings, ARC stuff. It's a ton of fun, so please explore that. And, of course, our email address at shoutoutoutloudcast@gmail.com. Keep sending in those questions because sooner or later we're going to be getting to our Patreon question of the week mailbag episode. But until then, fire off your questions with that. And, of course, we always like to say that we're a proud member of the Pantheon Podcast Network of shows.
People can DM us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Threads, TikTok, motherfucker. And make sure you go and check out our Spotify playlists where Tom sets up playlists for certain episodes. You go to our actual profile, not the podcast, and that's where you'll find it. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. That has been growing, and we got a lot of videos on there, so check that out. Subscribe over there. And give us a 5-star child review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Facebook, Amazon for our book, Raise Your Glasses. So thank you for that. And make sure you check us out at shoutoutoutloudcast.com, shoutoutoutloudcast.com. Tom, we always end on famous last words. Do you have any?
Yes, I do. I found me a station. Now I got acceleration to get back. Oh, yeah. She's my only girl. And to me, she's just the world. So maybe, maybe I should turn around. Maybe I should stop. Maybe I should turn around, speeding back to my baby.
I thought I'd go out and take a swim today. It was real hot, and I just had to get away. They spotted an unknown sub down in the bay. But I don't care. I think I'll go swimming anyway. Yeah. Tom, Loudcasters, Kiss Army. Rest in peace, Ace Frehley. Thank you.
Guys, you're the best. Loudcasters, patrons, everybody. The Spaceman, Paul Ace Frehley, rest in peace. Zeus, as always, my friend, thank you.
Peace out, Girl Scout. Hit the music. What I'd like now is for all you fat, out-of-shape, worldwide kiss-tards to keep the noise down while I show your ladies what a real sexy man looks like.
Listen, all you people out there sitting on rented furniture, settle down.
Cut the music. Anybody seen Richie? Anybody know why Richie did Bobby Lupo?